Hey folks, it's Emilio from the Home Button, and I just wanted to list off my top 10 games for Game of the Year. Starting with number 10, we have Helldivers. Helldivers is a game that came out earlier this year, and I believe February. It is a top-down shooter-like by the same people who made Magicka, and it is a blast of a game. I did not get to play much of it, but I was very excited for it to come out, and its call-down system is super cool. The level design's awesome, and it has like super crazy sci-fi themes, and I suggest it to anyone to play. My number 9 game is Ziggurat. It was a little game that came out earlier this year by a studio called Milkstone, I think. And it is a roguelite first-person magic game. The visuals are super cool. The enemy design is kind of lackluster, but the actual fun in the game is finding the spells and finding different weapons and stuff like that to fight your enemies with. It's just an all-around good-looking, fun game to play, an easy kind of single-session game like your Nuclear Throne type thing. My number 8 position goes to Lara Croft Go. This was a mobile game that I had beaten earlier this year by the same makers of Hitman Go, which was a very popular game on mobile. And for me, Lara Croft Go was just the game I would pick up in my free time if I had 5-10 minutes to play something, and I would just bust out a puzzle and I would just keep going with it. And it was super fun, total blast, definitely worth a spot in my top 10 for the year. My number 7 spot goes to a game that did not come out this year, but is, constantly getting expansions and stuff like that. It goes to Hearthstone, and the 2 solo adventures that came out this year, those being Blackrock Mountain and the League of Explorers. I'm not giving this award to the actual main release that came out this year, the Grand Tournament, because it was somewhat lackluster and not great. But Blackrock Mountain and League of Explorers, just like the other solo adventure Nexramus, was a blast. These were just so fun to do. The boss design and how you get these cards on a week-to-week basis is just super fun to do, and that is what I want more from Hearthstone. I'm not a big fan of just the main expansions. My number 6 spot goes to Grim Fandango Remastered. Now, this is a remaster that I had played through twice because I wanted to get it totally vanilla the way it was and play with the newly added the commentary track. And I think that addition was so good that the actual remaster of this game was so perfect, that especially because it's a game you can't get anymore, or you couldn't get anymore for a long time leading up to this, and that I definitely had to put this on my top 10. It's a game I had fond memories of, and one that I really wanted to play for a long time, but could not get legally until boys over at Double Fine remade it for us. So my number 6 spot goes to Grim Fandango. My number 5 spot goes to a game that I did not actually play, but one that I watched most of, and that is Until Dawn. We played that during our Extra Life stream where Nate played the whole game, and we kind of influenced his decisions, with votes in the room. But this game was one of my favorite games to come out this year, just with story and lots of elements alone, but mostly because of the story. This story in Until Dawn just goes like the craziest places that any story has gone for me, like in a game lately. And I'm so excited that game had come out, and I had no idea that game was going to be good because the trailers looked like trash to me. So I'm really excited that it was good, and it was a good experience. Check it out if you get a chance, because I think it's definitely worth it to play. My number 4 spot goes to a game that's not a game, the Overwatch Beta. This is a beta that I didn't get into, and I played a lot of because I had a friend who let me into it. Overwatch is a game I'm super excited for, and I cannot wait to play more of it when it comes out. The class system is awesome. It's just super unbalanced right now, and they shut the beta down for a month as of me recording this, and I hope that when it comes back there's a lot of balance changes, a lot of additions, because goddamn, playing that game alone sucks, but playing that game with people is some of the most fun I've had in a long time in a multiplayer game. My number 3 spot goes to Rocket League. Matt, I'm sorry I didn't make it number 1, but Rocket League is definitely a top 3 game for me this year. I played a lot of it with friends, played a lot of it alone, and it is just a blast. There is so much content in this game that, like, I don't even, like, I don't know. It's really just like amounts of people you play with, but it feels like doing solos is a completely different game. Like, playing 1v1 is a completely different game than playing 2v2. This game is an absolute blast to play. I cannot wait, until, like, more of my friends get it to play with them, or more of my friends get consoles, because I'm playing it on PS4 because I got it for free, but a lot of my friends have PCs. Rocket League is just super great. I'm glad that they're adding things for free because of their payment model for, microtransactions and stuff like that. It's the first time you'll ever hear me say that I'm into microtransactions, really, because Rocket League does it right with, free expansions and, paid for other little things for if you care about them. But yeah, that is my number 3 game. My number 2 game is one that I would like to be playing more of. It is Fallout 4. I have played a lot of it, and I keep wanting to play more of it, and just not motivating myself to do that, because I know that eventually I'm going to beat the game, and I'm going to be like, well, do I want to keep playing this, or do I want to wait until the expansion comes out? But nonetheless, Fallout 4 is a hot mess. It is a super fun game. There are a lot of systems. There are a lot of fun things to do. But goddamn, there are other problems with it, and I am very excited for them to hopefully fix them, or never fix them, and just see a bunch more Bethesda look at these fuck up videos. But Fallout 4 is my number 2 game because I'm super biased and I love Bethesda games. Matt hates them. They're not for everyone, but I'm not even a big fan of open world games, and Fallout is still holding up for me over time. I love the world. I love the characters. I love the shitty writing. I love pretty much everything about Fallout. So that's why it gets my spot in number 2. And my number 1 spot, drumroll, is Destiny: The Taken King. Yep, big surprise there. The Destiny fanboy goes for Destiny: The Taken King for his number 1 game of the year. And I'll tell you why. Basically, Destiny: The Taken King is the release of Destiny that should have come out a year ago, but came out this year, and it works, and there are systems in it that are a lot better than when it came out, and the game felt, like a full game when it came out, and it's actually hard to run 3 main characters instead of just 1 character and, 2 shitty alts. Like, before this expansion came out, I had 3 maxed characters, which is the maximum you can have, and I was running out of things to do. And then Taken King came out, and I still haven't even touched my other 2 characters because I'm still working on my main, stuff like that. The raid is super fun. As of now, the content is kind of dwindling, but it is the game I've played the most this year, and it is one that I will continue to play as long as they keep putting expansions in. They just put the Sparrow Racing League, event in, and if they keep doing stuff like that, I'll be happy, but it's not going to keep me going for long if there's no more traditional expansions, stuff like that. And that is my top 10, guys. I do have one honorable mention. I don't know if we have a section for those, but my honorable mention is going to go to World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is a game I spent a lot of time playing this year and a lot of time not talking about this year. My friends and I got really into it. I bought into the expansion, not Legion, the Warlords of Draenor, and I've been playing. I've probably played about 100 hours of the game so far, and I have 2 level 90 characters, and I'm leveling up to 100, getting ready for Legion, and it's just such a good game to play with my buddies, and I'm very, very excited for Legion, and I think that game still holds up over time as a fun game to play with people, and alone, actually. I wouldn't play it alone myself, but I can see, like, I have friends that do play it alone when I'm not playing it with them, and they seem to be having a blast with it. So my honorable mention is World of Warcraft, and that is my game of the year, guys. Thanks for watching.